Shabbat Shalom, y'all. Before we start, just want to get you in the mood a little bit. This will be a little something to ponder. Tony Robbins said that there are 6 basic needs you must have to feel happy and fulfilled in your life. There are certainty, uncertainty, significance, love or connection to other people, growth, and Tekim Olam, contribution, to make a difference in the world. I believe that there is a simple way to make each of these things happen in your life by changing your perspective on life. You cannot wait for life to happen, to change. That would take too long. It's largely out of your control. So you must focus on the one thing that is in your control, your perspective. You always have the power to choose how you feel in this moment, and your perspective will create your experience. Most people think that reality creates that experience. They think reality forces them to feel a certain way, but it isn't true. You get to decide how you're going to experience every moment. It is your decisions, not your conditions, that determine your happiness. If you are currently unhappy, then it is time to change your mindset and start choosing to experience certainty, uncertainty, significance, love, growth, and contribution. I'm not going to tell you how to do this, but you will need to practice these choices. So here are things you should consider. Number 1, change how you see yourself. So some people choose to see themselves with certainty and significance as a given. Some people are one of a kind, irreplaceable, amazing, divine, human soul, but there's never going to be another one like you. So see yourself, learn to grow, learn to learn, but this is not a test. You're not going to fail a test. Just see yourself, and however you see yourself is good enough. Number 2, change just how you see your life. I choose to see life as uncertain, but with a purpose. That purpose is growth and learning to love and contribute. Life is a surprising adventure, but it has to have a way to facilitate growth. So every experience, everything you do should help you grow. So change your life. Number 3, change how you see your mistakes. Mistakes don't diminish your value. It's just a learning experience. We're going to have lots of learning experiences tonight, I'm sure. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. So put up with that. But learn to learn how to deal with these mistakes. Number 4, change how you see your body. I don't have to say that anymore, but no more is the body me than what you're wearing or what you're doing. Genetics are genetics, and what you are. Take your body, it's who you are, and take care of your body. It's the only body you have. Take care of it. Most of you have done a good job of doing that, obviously. Change how you see money. Money is not a scorecard of worth, and you don't need to focus on money. There's nothing to fear. And next, change how you see your relationships, your relationship with yourself, with God, and with others around you. Tony Robbins finally said, only those who have learned the power of sincere and selfless contribution experience life's dearest joy, true fulfillment. So hopefully tonight we'll have a little fulfillment. This is just a little taste, but this is about as serious as I'm going to talk. So after this, it's all over, but we want to have some fun. But tonight, hopefully you'll all feel a little bit happier. Let's start off tonight with the blessing of the candles, Miss Harriet, and the blessing of the wine. Mrs. Hauer, if you would please join us. We're going to start and do service number 2. We're going to start on page 65. And as our tradition, we'll ask you to rise as Harriet leads us in the blessings of the candles.
As these candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher Kidshanu Bamitzvotah Vitzivanu Lahadlik Ner Shel Shabbat.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Lights. Let there be joy.
Let there be light.
Let there be peace.
Let there be
Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Let's now turn to the page 167 as we say the blessing on the wine.
Amen.
Amen.
We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Amen.
L'chaim. So, as is our tradition, tell everybody, good Shabbos.
And good Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
That came in, or those that didn't come in with you. Thank you very much. We'll now continue on the middle of page 67. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, and of the impulse within us for justice and mercy, we pray that this hour of worship may be one of vision and inspiration. Help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives.
Bless all who enter this sanctuary in search and in need, all who bring to this place the offering of their hearts. May our worship here lead us to fulfill our words and intentions with acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen. We have come together to strengthen our bonds with our people Israel. Like Jews of generations past, we celebrate the grandeur of creation. Like Jews of every age, we echo our people's ancient call for justice.
Our celebration is a sharing of memory and hope.
We are Jews, but each of us is unique. We stand apart and alone with different feelings and insights, and yet we are not entirely alone and separate, for we are children of one people and one heritage.
Our celebration unites many separate selves into a single cause.
And we are one in search of life's meanings. All of us know despair and exaltation. All bear burdens, all have moments of weakness and times of strength. All sing songs of sorrow and love.
May our celebration bring us strength along our way.
In this circle of hope and the presence of the sacred, may the heart come to know itself and its best, finding a fresh impulse to love the good.
May our celebration lead us to work for the good, and may this Shabbat give strength to us and to our people Israel. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. Many are the generations of Israel, and in every age we have sought the living God, through Sabbath rest and worship. This time and place hold the power to increase our joy in the eternal. O God, even as we seek you in the sanctuary, help us to know that your glory fills all space. Make us understand that you are with us at all times. But if we but open our minds to you,
we feel the presence of your Spirit in our homes and on our ways. We see the beauty of your creation in mountain, sea, and sky, and in the human form. We hear you in the silence of our own hearts, speaking the truths the heart knows.
May we be your witness to the world, your messenger to all the earth.
May we show forth your image within us, the divine spark that makes us human. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, Amen. Ve'alma divrach yiruteh, ve'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon ve'yom echon, u'v'chayeh b'chol bet Yisrael. Ba'agala, ba'agala, u'v'izman kariv, ve'imeru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'la'olmei olemaya, yitbarach, yitbarach ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa v'yitroman ve'yitnaseh, ve'yitada, ve'yitale, ve'yitalal, Shemei dekudisha, Brichu, brichu leila min kol birchata ve'shirata, tushbechata ve'nechemata, damiron be'alma ve'imeru, Amen. Barechu et Adonai, hamevorach, Baruch Adonai, hamevorach, leolam vaed.
As day departs, as the dark of night descends, we lift our eyes to the heavens. In awe and wonder, our hearts cry out.
Eternal God, how majestic is your name in all the earth.
A vast universe, who can know it? What mind can fathom it? We look out to the endless suns and ask, what are we? What are our dreams and our hopes? What are we that you are mindful of us? What are we that you should take care of us?
And yet within us abides a measure of your Spirit. You are remote, but oh, how near, ordering the stars in the vast solitudes of the dark, yet whispering in our minds that you are closer than the air we breathe. For you have made us little less than divine, and crowned us with glory and honor. With love and awe we turn to you, and in the dark of evening we seek the light of your presence.
One and only God, you have made each of us unique and formed us to be united in one family of life. Be with us, Eternal One, as we seek to unite our lives with your power and your love.
We proclaim now your oneness and our own hope for unity. We acclaim your creative power in the universe and in ourselves, the law that binds world to world and heart to heart. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malkuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated and join us in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bevetecha u'v'lechtecha v'derek ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Together you shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness, a world waiting still to be redeemed, give us, O source of good, the courage to say, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and your love.
From Egypt, the house of bondage, we were delivered. At Sinai, amid peals of thunder, we bound ourselves to your purpose. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, we survived oppression and exile time and again, overcoming the forces that would have destroyed us.
Our failings are many, our faults are great, yet it has been our glory to bear witness to our God and to keep alive in dark ages the vision of a world redeemed.
May this vision never fade. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we sing with one accord, as Moses, Miriam, and Israel sang at the shores of the sea.
Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, malchutecha ra'u v'necha, bokei ayam lifnei Moshe, Seli anu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch, Adonai yimloch, leolam va'ed.
The name, or as it has been said, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will.
We praise you, guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world.
O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace.
V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
The people of Israel shall keep the Sabbath, observing the Sabbath in every generation as a covenant for all time. It is a sign forever between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days the Eternal One made heaven and earth, but on the seventh day God rested and was refreshed. Let's rise for the tefillah, please.
Adonai tzefai tifta ufi agita hilateha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh Hakol, Ve'zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Gula le'vneihem, Le'man Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Mashiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
Source of all being, we turn to you as did our people in the ancient days. They beheld you in the heavens, they felt you in their hearts, they sought you in their lives. Now their quest is ours. Help us, O God, to celebrate the wonder of being. Give us the courage to search for truth. Teach us the path to a better life. So shall we, by our lives and our labors, bring near to realization the great hope inherited from ages past for a world transformed by liberty, justice, and peace. Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are the source of life and blessing.
Help us to choose life for ourselves and our children.
You are the support of the falling.
Help us to lift up the fallen.
You are the author of freedom.
Help us to free the captive.
You are our hope in death as in life.
Help us to keep faith with those who sleep in the dust.
Your might, O God, is everlasting.
Help us to use our strength for good.
You are Kadosh. Your name is Kadosh. And those who strive to be Kadoshim declare your glory day by day. We praise you, eternal God, the holy God.
Yismechu b'malechutecha shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat mekadeshei, mekadeshei shevi Shabbat kulam yispeu ve'yitanagu mitu v'kashabat. Yismechu b'malechutecha shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat ve'hashvi ratzita bo ve'kidashto Shabbat kemdad yamim oto karata Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat v'korei oneg Shabbat zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat zecher lemase v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu b'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat.
Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your deliverance. All who hallow the seventh day shall be gladdened by your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation. God of Israel,
may our worship on this Sabbath bring us near to all that is high and holy. May it bind the generations in bonds of love and sharing, and unite us with our people in common hope and faith. And through Sabbath rest and worship, may we learn to find fulfillment and joy in the vision of peace for all the world.
You are with us in our prayer, in our love and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service.
Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society, where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Shalom Rav, grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth.
Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. We praise you, O God, the source of peace.
Let us now pray silently.
Adonai Tzuri, Tzuri vegoali. Adonai Tzuri vegoali.
I like the quote on the bottom of 81. Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. It's always a good one. Let's now turn to the back cover, inside of the back cover, as we pray for those who are ill and sick and who are recuperating. Hopefully everybody's doing well. You're welcome to call out the names of anybody you want to include in our prayers.
Sister Mary John.
We also hold the names in our hearts of all our friends and family who are ill and recuperating. As we read together, O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care.
May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. Mishaberach Avotenu Vimotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those who we entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they have been called to serve. May all return home safely, and let us say, Amen.
Amen. Now we're going to turn to page 162. I'm sure you all know that this is a new month, and tonight starts the Rosh Chodesh Av, is the month of Av. So let us say a prayer for the new month. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us renewed good and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, and health, a life full of blessing, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longing of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Wondrous God, in ancient days you led our God from bondage and freedom. Redeem us now out of exile from one another, making all Israel one united people. The new month of Rosh Chodesh Av starts today. So, God of holiness, let the new month bring for us and for the whole house of Israel life and peace, happiness and joy, deliverance and comfort, and let us say, Amen. Okay, so now I can do what we should do to start the service, and let's all take a deep breath. Because we've gotten this far, so that's a good thing. So y'all breathe deeply and relax. And I'll do the same, if I can. Last Friday night, when it was announced that I was going to lead the service, Leonard Goldman suggested that tonight I should talk about medicine and Judaism. Well, it's summer, it's vacation time, and that topic is really a little bit too heavy for me to talk about. So I don't think I'm going to do that. But I remembered that actually laughter is the best medicine, and you've heard that before. So I'm going to try to get a little smile or chuckle or laugh from you, and hopefully this will try to make you feel a little bit better since it's summertime. And this is summer and the rabbi's gone, so I can say whatever I want. And so we're going to paraphrase the rabbi's favorite rabbi, Rabbi Hillel, he said, if we don't laugh at ourselves, then who will? So let's do a little chuckling. So comedy, I'm going to talk about, is something that Jews do very well. Believe it or not, we make up about 2%, as you know, of the entire American population, but more of 50% of the comedians in this country are Jewish. And we want to know why, and I don't know why. It's been said that to be funny, you have to suffer, and maybe we've suffered, and I'm going to let you suffer a little bit with me tonight. And I just want you to think of all these famous Jewish comedians that are out there, and what they've said, and who they are. Y'all all know probably the premier Jewish comedian right now is Jonathan Leibowitz. Y'all probably know him at best as Jon Stewart of The Daily Show. Think of Groucho Marx, Billy Crystal, Adam Sandler, Jackie Mason, Sarah Silverman, Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David, Sacha Baron Cohen, Mel Brooks, Lenny Bruce. Y'all know who Nathan Birnbaum was? George Burns. Gilda Radner, Bette Midler, Moses Harry Horowitz. Y'all know who that Moses Harry Horowitz. That was Mo in the Three Stooges. Okay. Seth Rogen, Adam Sandberg, Peter Sellers, Woody Allen, Howard Stern, Jack Benny, who could have been a Dumbo for my grandfather. They looked exactly alike. Carl Reiner, Rodney Dangerfield, Buddy Hackett, Robert Klein, David Brenner, Milton Berle, Sammy Davis Jr., Don Rickles, Joan Rivers, Jerry Lewis, Mike Nichols, Soupy Sales, Red Buttons, Henny Youngman, Ben Stiller, Jerry Stiller, and Ann Mira. So, you know, all these are comedians. I'm sure you all have favorite jokes that they all tell you. And tonight, I'm just going to tell a few Jewish jokes. And you don't have to be Jewish, but it does help to be Jewish. Maybe you'll get them a little bit better than others. So we hope you understand them. I think you will. They're not too heavy, but we want you to. Jews, we laugh at ourselves, and so this is just going to tell you a few things and see if you get them. I mean, we're going to poke fun of the rabbi. We're going to poke fun of moms and just everybody. So the question in Jewish doctrine, when does a fetus become a human? Of course, the answer is when it graduates from medical school. Okay. Sorry, I didn't like that. You got to laugh a little bit. Come on now. There's a little known tale of how God came to give the Jews the 10 Commandments. I know y'all have heard this. God went first to the Egyptians and asked them if they would like a commandment. What's a commandment, they asked. Well, it's like, thou shalt not commit adultery, replied God. The Egyptians thought about it and said, no way, that would ruin our weekends. So the God went to the Syrians and asked them if they would like a commandment. They said, what's a commandment? Well, God said, it's like, thou shalt not steal. The Assyrians immediately replied, no way, that would ruin our economy. So God went to the Jews and asked them if they wanted a commandment. Of course, they asked, how much? God said, they're free. The Jews said, great, we'll take 10. Okay. Groucho, this is his retort. Groucho was probably the funniest one I know. When his daughter, his half-Jewish daughter, was restricted at that time to getting in the country club pool. So as y'all remember those good old days, and his retort was, my daughter's only half Jewish. Can she go in up to her waist? All right. You got to be Jewish for that. All right. A Jewish mother and a 4-year-old walked along the beach when suddenly a gigantic wave rolled in, sweeping the little girl out to sea. Oh God, lamented the mother, her face toward heaven. This is my only baby, the love of my life. I've cherished every moment with her. Please, God, please bring her back to me and I'll go to synagogue every day. Suddenly, another gigantic wave rolled in and deposited the girl back on the sand, safe and sound. The mother looked up and said, "She had on a hat." David received a parrot for his bar mitzvah. The parrot had one bad attitude and a worse vocabulary. David tried to teach him manners, but the bird just got ruder and cruder. Desperate, David put him in the freezer to cool off. He heard squawking, then quiet. Frightened, he quickly opened the freezer. The parrot calmly walked out and said, "I'm sorry I offended you, Master David. I shall go to synagogue, pray, and modify my behavior." Before David could ask about this astounding change, the parrot continued, "Sir, may I ask you what the Tyson chicken did?" Y'all get it? Y'all laugh a little bit. These are funny. Yeshiva University decided to create a crew team. Unfortunately, they lost every race. Every day they practiced for hours and hours, but they always came in dead last. Finally, they sent one of their own to spy on the Harvard team. And so Yankel, the guy, schlepped off to Cambridge, hid in the bushes and on the Charles River, and he secretly watched the Harvard team practice. After 2 days, he returned satisfied. He said, "I figured out how they do it," to his eager teammates, huddling them around him. He said, "Okay, remember this. They have 8 fellows rowing and only 1 fellow screaming." Did you hear about the Jewish ATM team? When you take out some money, it says to you, "What did you do with the last $50 I gave you?" Okay. Goldie Cohen, an elderly Jewish lady from New York, goes to her travel agent. "I want to go to India." "Miss Cohen, why India?" "It's filthy, much hotter than New York. It's filled to the brim with Indians." "I want to go to India." "But it's a long journey. And those trains, how will you manage? How will you eat? The food is too hot and spicy for you. You can't drink the water. You must not eat fresh fruit and vegetables. You'll get sick, the plague, hepatitis, cholera, typhoid, malaria, God only knows. What will you do? Can you imagine the hospital? No Jewish doctors. Why torture yourself?" "I want to go to India." The necessary arrangements made, and off she goes. She arrives in India, and undeterred by the noise, smell, and crowds, makes her way to the ashram. There she joins the seemingly never-ending queue of people waiting in line for an audience with the guru. The guru, an aide, tells her that it will take at least 3 days in line to see this guy. That's okay. Eventually, she reaches the Hadot portals. There, she is told firmly that she can only say 3 words. "Fine," she says. She is ushered into the inner sanctum where the wise guru is seated, ready to bestow spiritual blessings upon eager initiates. Just before she reaches the Holy of Holies, she is once again reminded, only 3 words. So, unlike the only other devotees, she does not prostrate at his feet. She stands directly in front of him, crosses her arms over her chest, fixes her gaze on his, and says, "Come home, son." Okay. A Jewish boy asks his father for $20. His father says, $10? What in the world would you need $5 for? I'll be happy to give you $1. Here's a quarter. Y'all getting tired? No. Right. 3 men were sitting around bragging about how they had given their new wives duties. The first man had married a Catholic woman and bragged that he had told her, his wife, she was to do all the dishes and house cleaning that needed doing at their house. He said it took a couple of days, but on the 3rd day he came home to a clean house and the dishes were all washed and put away. The second man married a Mormon woman. He bragged that he had given his wife orders that she was to do all the cleaning, the dishes, and the cooking. He told her the first day he didn't see any results, but the next day it was better. By the 3rd day, the house was clean, the dishes were done, and he had a huge dinner on the table. The 3rd man had married a Jewish girl. He boasted that he told her that her duties were to keep the house clean, dishes washed, lawn mowed, laundry done, hot meals on the table every day. He said the first day he didn't see anything, the second day he didn't see anything, but by the third day most of the swelling had gone down. He could see a little bit out of his left eye. How many rabbis does it take to change a light bulb? Not been determined. They're still searching in the Talmud for the reference to the light bulb. Okay. Here's my last one. Y'all getting tired, I know. Y'all like this one too. Two guys were stranded on an island in the middle of the South Pacific. One is desperately trying to build a bonfire. The other sits on a log and watches. Come on and help me build this fire, or they'll never find us. The other guy says, hey, I pledged $50,000 to the Federation. Believe me, they'll find us. I don't know, that's true. A rabbi and a cantor and a synagogue president were driving to a seminar when they were kidnapped. The hijacker asked the three of them to hand over all their money and jewelry. When they replied they really didn't have much, the hijackers told them that immediately after their last wishes were fulfilled, they would be killed. My last wish, began the rabbi, is to give a fascinating, complicated, long sermon that I have always wanted to but have never been allowed to give. We will grant your wish, the hijacker said. My last wish, said the cantor, is to sing a beautiful style song, one of my own compositions. It lasts about 2 hours. I've never been allowed to sing it. We'll let you sing it, replied the hijackers. They asked the president of the temple, what's your last wish? He said, please, please, shoot me now. Don't shoot me. I'm just the messenger. And so I want to thank y'all very much for your patience. I want to thank those that blessed our, thank you, Harriet and Ben. Thank you very much for blessing the wine and the candles. As you know, tomorrow morning, Max de Benedetti will lead Torah study and Sabbath morning worship. As you know, Rabbi's at the first anniversary of the Green Family Camp, 40th anniversary. No movie tonight, and we don't see many kids here. The next film will be The Jewish Cardinal next Friday, July 17th. And once again, as you know, we serve pizza, popcorn, drinks. Donations are accepted, but not during Shabbat. So this is about the son of a Jewish Polish immigrant who maintained his cultural identity even after converting to Catholicism at a young age. And he rose among the church, and he was actually named the Archbishop of Paris by Pope John Paul II. So it ought to be an interesting movie. Wednesday, July the 15th, 6 p.m., Lefkowitz Halls will be the annual meeting of the North Louisiana Jewish Federation. So no fee for dinner. There'll be dinner, but please RSVP to Kathy by Sunday to let her know so she'll have enough food and a seat for you. Ned Goldberg, my friend, the executive director of the Jewish Children's Regional Service, will be speaking. He'll tell you what's going on down there in New Orleans. So please come and welcome Ned. Because of that, the adult education services are going to be on hold for a week because of the Federation dinner meeting. But to plan July the 22nd, we'll continue Lesson 5 of Beginning Hebrew at 5:30, and at 6:30 p.m., Basic Judaism discussion. The topic will change, and the next one will be about holiday traditions. And if you can't make it, you can live stream or YouTube these classes. We're in the midst of taking down some of the playground equipment out back. It was thought to be that some of that might be a little dangerous for our kids. It gotten old and rusty, and so we're going to get some new equipment. This is going to happen in the near future. If you feel it in your heart to make a contribution to make a new, fun, safe playground for our kids, we'd appreciate your thoughts and money. Donations were made of the Pulpit Flowers, in loving memory of Morris Hyman by Dorothy and Bernard Lobel, in memory of David Kessler, Irene Kessler, and Mildred Marie Speed by Michael Stahl. So, thank y'all all, and let's see if we can open the ark, and let's all turn to, what page is that on? 148, is that right? Yeah, the Lenu. Connie and Orman, y'all want to come up and open the ark for me, please?
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Y'all may sit down, please. Virginia, thank you so much for your wonderful words and songs tonight. You saved me. On top of 149, you spread out the heavens and established the earth. You are our God, there is none else. In truth, you alone are our sovereign God, as is written. Know then this day and take it to heart. The Eternal One is God in the heavens above and on the earth below. There is none else.
Eternal God, we face the morrow with hope made stronger by the vision of your deliverance, a world where poverty and war are banished, where injustice and hate are gone. Teach us more and more to respond to the pain of others, to heed your call for justice, that we may bring nearer the day when all the world shall be one. On that day the age-old dream shall come true. On that day, O God, you shall be one, and your name shall be one. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
I'm sorry to report that this week we lost Senior Chief Petty Officer Jason P. May, 38 years old, from Michigan. He died June 29th on board the USS Essex. So that was our loss of military this week. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed the earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. Page 153. Life is finite. Like a candle, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. Then it fades. Its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down in gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. Yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. However brief our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whose deaths have taken from us in the past year, the parents Esther Nash Broadnax and Debbie Davis. We also remember those who died in the seasons past as we take them into our hearts with our own. We're celebrating the yahrzeit tonight of Eleanor Abramson, Mary T. Wildbat, J.R. Dawson, Bernard Henry Hirsch, Joanna Neustadt Horn, Morris Hyman, W. Zolly Lerner, Rose Mandel, Israel Mizell, Harvey Miller, Irvin Neerman, Babette G. Robbie, and Valerie Roos. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we praise your name. Let's all rise now as we say the Kiddush, the morning Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabo, belma divra hirte limlik makote, v'chai olam v'mei olam, v'chai b'cho bit Yisrael, ba'arlas v'zran karim v'rimru omein. Yehei shlemei rabba mevarach, le'olam amaya amaya. Yitbarak tishtarvar v'varan v'marno v'naseh. Vitarda, vitale, vitala, shemei, vikudusha, beruchu. Leam me kor birtaha, birtaha, tushbahata, nakamakta, damri bal bramu, brimru, amen. Yehe shlama rabo min shemayo, vehalin aleno ve'alko Yisrael, vimru, amen. Ose shalom, vimramav, hu yase shalom, aleno ve'alko Yisrael, vimru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Okay, let's say the blessing of the Hamotzi. Anybody that's 13. I can sing and get Motzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Help yourself, help yourself. There you go. Very good. Thank you, Didi. All righty. So we made it through another Friday night. Thank y'all. I guess I want to thank y'all for coming tonight, and we can say, if you rise, please, I'll give you the priestly blessing. I'm not a priest, but I kind of like this. This is kind of cool. Yevarechacha Adonai b'rish marecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'kumecha. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisi Adonai panav elecha v'yelishisham shalom. May the Lord look upon you with kindness and grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Thank you. No, I wouldn't, but that's good. Thank you. Good job, Steve. No.